everyone, it's Natalie Underwater, and this week I'm taking my adventures on land. Come with me hunting for my very first time, from knowing nothing about it to killing my first deer. Let's get to it. I'm out here practicing with a crossbow today. It's my first time shooting a crossbow, and we're getting ready to try to get a deer this evening. Where I'm about to be standing from is exactly 20 yards from the targets over here. We're gonna try 20 and then we're gonna keep backing it up to see really what my range is. Safety's on. I'm gonna get in my spot and let's see where I can shoot this thing. That was a good shot. This is so much fun. This is where I was standing. We measured it out to be 20 yards. Bow. Let's go pick this up. So if my deer's here, I got him on the liver, I guess. That's what it says. Nice. I'm using a rangefinder to check what distance I am away from the target. That way I know where to stand, as well as what dot within my scope I should be shooting from. Here I'm at 32 yards. I'm so happy. Yeah, in the bag. 30 yards. Let's retrieve the arrow. Booyah. Nice. This is what the inside of a rangefinder looks like. You press a button and it will tell you your distance. Okay, I'm gonna try it from 40 again. Feeling pretty happy about this one. Increase the distance. Let's try it again and see if I can be a little more precise. Right in the liver. I had to wrap up with target practice so that we could head to the hunting lease and do some preparation. Yesterday, Donnie set up the first feeder and trail cam. I came all dressed up in my hunting gear because after we fixed up the area, we were going to sit down and try to catch the evening deer feed. On our way in, we saw a buck rub. This is where deer will rub their antlers against the tree. You can see it's really torn up in the center there. Donnie is weed whacking to clear up our view around the feeder, and we put up a hunting blind to hunt from. Honestly, it's really cozy inside. We were able to squeeze 2 chairs in here. I have all the windows closed right now, but you can open up those triangles around and just watch out for whatever comes your way. This is the same feeder that we saw the deer eating from all day long. It's late afternoon, early evening now, and we're just spending a lot of time waiting around for anything to walk by. I have my broadhead arrow loaded just in case. All of a sudden, the moment that we've been waiting for, a group of doe have arrived. One of them was looking directly at us right now. The whole group was suspicious. They could smell something. They knew the tent was different. And it's interesting. Animals, they pick up on even the tiniest of smells. We stuck around until it got dark, then called it for the night. 2 minutes ago, they're at the spot. Wait, what else did it take? You're kidding me. It's the next day, super early, pitch black outside, and we're headed hunting. We're learning from our mistakes and using scent killer this morning. Hopefully the deer will not be as suspicious as yesterday. Before walking to the hunting spot, Donnie reminded me to load my bow because obviously this thing makes a racket and I don't want to scare every living animal in the vicinity. birds were singing in the morning, and I even saw this owl perched up on the tree. So cool. The feeder went off in the morning and it releases corn for attracting deer. And now we're just sitting waiting again, but we got up so early and I could not stop yawning. To make it even worse, it started raining and that sound legit put me to sleep. A deer appeared out of nowhere like they always do. These guys are so sneaky and silent. You really have to be fully present in the moment. I was taking a lot of time trying to line up a shot, and I got too scared to take it when I had the best shot. So then I waited longer and didn't quite line things up correctly. I did fire the crossbow. It completely missed. Just missed my first deer shot. Fun. I'm sorry. On our way out, we saw deer feeding in this road. They are eating acorns that have fallen. On our way out, the trail camera was popping off. If you know, you know.
I probably should have shot him when he was right next to me, but I said,
Having breakfast as a pick-me-up because I missed my shot.
Why did the deer get away?
The plan for tonight is to get a different part of the property set up for hunting. We're gonna build another feeder. Flathead screws suck.
Yep.
We put the feeder across from a tree stand that we set up as well.
Hey, I'm sorry. Oh, you want to give me lickies? We could do it again. We could get some licks. You want it again? Want to see the lickies? Ooh!
Whoa. Oh. It's 5 p.m. right now. Even just lining up a shot would be awesome. I'm really just hoping that the deer come out to this new spot that we just set up. I got myself settled up on the tree stand, inserted my broadhead arrow. I practiced as well how I was going to hold the crossbow and look through the scope. The deer arrived from the field behind and they were a bit shy to make their way to the feeder, first eating some corn that was left behind the fence. I spent quite a moment getting myself situated on the shot that I wanted to take. You can honestly see my hand shake a bit. I put the gun down, I pick it up. Are you kidding me?
That's blood. So.
I didn't hit it well enough.
I don't know. Where were you aiming?
At its shoulder area.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be dead right here in these bushes.
Okay.
Now we have to hunt for the deer.
Okay.
Where did you see it go?
I saw them all just run in a pack, straight back.
A deer will run when it's been shot.
Yeah.
Even with a gun.
But why didn't this stick in it?
No, it went right through it.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay.
What I need you to do before we lose light, just go put that down. And
Okay.
Let's start looking.
Okay. We started walking around the path that the deer ran off in to try to find any blood.
Even drops of blood will help us figure out.
Okay.
Watch for snakes. I know for a fact all 4 of them came through right here. There's the trail. See that?
Yeah.
Look for blood. See what's all 4 up?
Yeah.
That's them deer running. any spotted deer.
We just spent about a half an hour walking through the woods looking for any signs of blood, any kind of trace that the deer had taken off in a certain direction. It was just hard to tell. We did not find one drop of blood. I think what happened was that I either shot too low or too high. More probable that I shot too low. Either I hit the leg or I hit just the underside of its shoulder area, but more of its lower belly. So it did penetrate the deer entirely. There was blood on the arrow, but yeah, I mean, the good thing is that we didn't find any drop of blood, so you know that that deer was well and fine, even though an arrow did go directly through it. So that does give me a little bit of comfort knowing that I'm not having an animal die. We're gonna bring this back and we're gonna look some more in the side-by-side. So this is where the weekend ended for us. We looked high and low for the deer, but with not one trace of blood, not one drop that we could find, it would have been nearly impossible to find a deer dead. Quite frankly, this deer was not dead. It was not fatally injured. I think that the damage that it suffered was very minimal, but to me, it was a wake-up call that this is not something that you practice and get good at by doing it. You practice and get good by practicing. When you're shooting at an animal, you really need to have the most confidence that your shot will kill this animal. So I'm really excited to get back at it, and with all of these lessons that I've learned from this weekend, hopefully have some different outcomes my next time I go out.
You're jumping. It's okay.
I really had to convince myself to get out here, grab the bow, and get to practicing given the gross weather outside, but you and I both know I'm not getting better if I don't practice. I'm not going to just push my way into being a more accurate shooter. So I'm going to grab the target and practice shooting from sitting in a chair. Because moving forward, I will either be in a chair or a tree stand, both of which I am sitting. So I wanted to show you all what I'm seeing when I look into my scope. There are 3 dots. The first one's for 20 yards, second one's for 30 yards, and third one is for the range at 40. By the way, these are sandhill cranes. They're super illegal to shoot. I'm just playing. I'm not gonna lie, there's literally no reason why I should have missed that doe last weekend, because if I know the dot that I want, I'll shoot it where I want. But I was getting a little too nervous that if I didn't trust my dot that I chose, that it was gonna be the wrong dot. I was gonna undershoot it, overshoot it. Well, look, when I focused on multiple dots, of course I was not accurate. I did not get the shot that I want. But here, when I was cool, calm, and collected, of course, look at what happens. I mean, this is pretty spot on. Yes, I was going for the white, but would it still have been a really nice shot on that deer? It would have. Basically, the goal for right now is to perfect my 40-yard shots. I know that this is the distance, and that's one of the hard parts about hunting, is sometimes you're up in the stand, and the deer, you can't really tell where it is, so it's super important to have a rangefinder on you. Super. So it's the next day. I had to put my phone away when it was raining because it was actually hurricaning. But now we're out here trying some more. Target practice break because we gotta build a tree stand. I love socket wrenches. Woo, woo, woo. I want everyone to know that hunting isn't about getting outside and shooting an animal. There's a lot of preparation that goes into being able to observe that animal. It's the next morning and I'm up bright and early to sit on a tree stand alone. I got there right as sun was rising, so it's still pretty dark out. But as I began to get a little bit more light, I was practicing holding my bow as well as finding the distances of different locations with the rangefinder. That way, when I go to shoot, I know exactly which dot in my scope to use. First deer of the day, spotted, waiting to see what it's gonna do, where it's gonna go. A second deer comes walking up as well. Now, as the two approach the feeder, I observe which one is bigger. I want to shoot the bigger one, and I want to also shoot it in a position that gives me a really straight shot at the shoulder. This time, I'm not supporting the crossbow myself, but I'm having it rest on the tree stand bar. After a couple minutes of observing them, I felt that I was ready to start to line up my shot. So I turned off my safety. I'm hoping and I'm praying that this deer had a peaceful death lying down and that it didn't run too far. So I shot the deer at probably 7:30, almost exactly. And it's 8:10 right now. I'm just waiting for the right time to start looking for the deer. I shot at it. It dropped, but then it got up and ran. So I'm feeling very nervous right now, and I'm anticipating just praying that we find this deer. So yeah, was able to identify the arrow in the ground and found it covered in blood, way more than the previous shot I had the week prior.
I mean, I've touched it and I got that on my hand.
Let me see it.
Here. Is that blood?
No.
No?
That's the leaf, see? You wouldn't have it on both sides.
Okay.
Any idea where you think it might have went?
Through this fence over here. Over here. Oh, nice. Thank you. I see another drop over there on that leaf.
Where?
This one.
Okay. Here, we're gonna mark this.
Okay.
I just like to know, at least it was bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay. Pumping, see? See blood there?
Oh, yeah.
There. There.
Oh my god. It's still warm. Thank you. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm just so thankful right now. I love her so much. I feel just so thankful. I'm going to eat her. I'm going to use her fur